What's going on, guys? It's Mac here from Cryptstar Staking, here for another wonderful episode. There was a really interesting update by the Aleph Zero core team today talking about Syncra, which is a DAO-based sort of dApp that's being built on Aleph Zero that's funded by the Aleph Zero core team, sort of their funding program. So it looks like they're going to be launching soon, and there's a lot of really cool aspects of it I want to go ahead and cover in today's video. So if you're excited for this new governance system, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and head over to the article. All right, so here we go. We got the article here. The Getting Aleph Zero Ready for Governance. So Aleph Zero is collaborating with Syncra, which is a modular DAO as a service platform to implement on-chain governance. Core benefits of working with this grantee of the Aleph Zero ecosystem constitute utilizing privacy voting and a high degree of user experience optimizations. So decentralization is one of the core principles that the Aleph Zero was founded on, and it's really important that we go ahead and protect those core principles. Otherwise, it's kind of useless to be changing core principles, because that's the reason a lot of people chose Aleph Zero. So they're going to go ahead and implement this governance framework to empower Aleph Zero community members who stake Azero. So that's pretty cool. And they now have this foundation nomination program, which is going to go ahead and launch. It will launch like earlier this week and last week. So basically, that's going to give the community a little bit more, incentives to go ahead and run a validator. So for example, Cryptstar, I think we're ranked like 60 or something like that on the ranking sheet. And that means we're going to go ahead and get some of the Aleph Zero Foundation staking rewards actually allocated to us, which is something I thought that Tezos Foundation would do in the past, but they ended up actually not ever doing it, and then kind of going back on their word with that. And it really rings true with me that Aleph Zero, they really are trying to keep to their promises. And this is not always the case in other blockchains. So I think this is really good. They're keeping with their core values. So Syncra, like I said, they're a dApp that's building, or they're a company that's sort of gotten the funding from Aleph Zero core team, and they're building Syncra, which is a DAO as a service platform. Now, the sort of economic changes that they're going to be making at first is not going to be kind of too crazy, but a lot of people have been complaining about the inflation rate on Aleph Zero, and honestly, I think it's more like market conditions that are really affecting Aleph Zero. But I think that along with this foundation nomination program, as well as then also making this community treasury ecosystem vote, it's going to be really interesting, because validators are actually going to have I think they're going to have a lot larger vote in this. I'm not sure if the actual validators are going to be able to use all of their stake to vote or not, or if each person who's staking can vote. We're going to go ahead and see what happens. With other ecosystems, it's been like the validator votes, but I think in Aleph Zero, every staker actually gets the same vote, and the only rewards that the validators get is actually the monetary reward from inflation. But that means that a lot of validators will be getting a lot more rewards, because they got the foundation nomination program. So it's kind of interesting to see how these sort of tokenomics play out in the long run. They also want to launch a community treasury ecosystem here, and I think that's cool. It'll allow a lot of projects who weren't able to get a sort of funding from the Aleph Zero Foundation to maybe get funding from the community. At Cryptstar, we were trying to launch a program called Dark Side Suits. We had an issue with our dev, and he kind of just left, and we're not. And also the market conditions were pretty bad, which is why he left. He probably went on to better things. But I just kind of dropped the project for now, and I'm just kind of waiting to see if we can get some funding to get a new dev. So I'd really like to promote the project. We already have all the art done and everything, and we even have the smart contracts and everything set up, but we need help doing the sale. If you guys know anybody, any devs, feel free to go ahead and reach out. I really want to make sure I have somebody from the foundation or somebody backing up the dev, because I don't want like a scammer hitting me up. That happens a lot, and that's one reason I've just kind of gave up, because so many scammers were hitting me up trying to like saying, "Oh, I can dev for you," but I honestly have no idea how to gauge their skill level. So that was one thing. I'm really hoping that this whole community treasury ecosystem can help out with Dark Side Suits, and then we can do an airdrop for everybody who voted for us or something like that. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so yeah, I think that what is Aleph Zero's community grant treasury? So yeah, it's treasury management features are incorporated. So you're able to go ahead and, well, basically the treasury consists of 10% of all inflationary coins, which is 3 million Azero per year. and that'll be made available to the community. Right now it's about $1.5 million, so they'll be able to fund, if you say $50,000 per project, you know, you could probably fund what is that, like 20 projects plus 10 projects, so 30 projects total, right? Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and see what happens with this. I'm really curious to see how it goes. I think that the inflation rate isn't too bad for Aleph Zero, but considering the market conditions, we could lower inflation. But the validators probably are going to vote against it, to be honest, because they're making the majority of the inflation reward, so it's quite possible a lot of validators will vote against it. But I think I'm going to vote for it because, honestly, I think inflation right now could be decreased, and it would actually maybe help things a bit. But honestly, there's no data really to back this up. A lot of people complain, but honestly, it's the overall market, as well as probably Aleph Zero being located in Poland. It's a big issue. Being located in Europe is not a great thing. Even Asia and America, you tend to do better when it comes to cryptocurrency projects. There are a few that have done well from Europe, but most are not from that area. And then everyone just moves to Dubai in the end once they make it rich. So yeah, really curious to see what happens, guys. Yeah. So thanks for viewing today, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, my new system's working really great. I'm able to kind of like press buttons and get everything done all at once without having to do too much editing at the end. So with a busy work schedule, as well as a lot of different things I'm doing, going for runs and like doing a lot of workouts and stuff as well, it makes it really easy to go ahead and just make these videos for you guys. Really appreciate all the support you always give me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.